Okay. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it. Hi, I'm Gabe,
And I'm Trisha.
and we are Nurse and Money. Today, we're just going to go through the process of ordering a brand new Tesla. Um, Teslas are unique because there is no dealership. You can go to buy it. Well, I guess they are dealerships or experience centers, like they call them, but you can't actually buy one there.
We were actually to one.
Right.
We didn't do anything fun. We just walked in and walked around.
And you can test drive it if you want, but you can't buy it. So you have to order it online, and that's a really unique part of the Tesla experience, I would say. So we're just going to blow up our screen so you can just go through with us the process of getting one. Okay, so this is what your screen would look like when you're ready to order your Tesla Model Y. As you can see, the Model Y comes with a 326-mile EPA range and top speed of 135 miles per hour. From all the reports, real-world driving is about 280, 219 miles in real life, because this estimate is in ideal conditions. As you go by ordering it, it's pretty much like you're picking up ordering groceries on your grocery store app. You just get to choose what you want, and we will just kind of tell you what we did for ours and kind of some of our opinions. Okay. So we got the Model Y long range for $50,690. The price, I believe, has gone up $500 since we got ours in mid-July. Next up is the paint. You can choose the pearl white paint, which comes included.
Yeah, that's the basic one that you usually see. That's kind of like the classic Tesla look.
You can get the black for $1,000 more. And then there's also the multicolor, and there's the silver. My bad. Then there's the blue, and then there's the red for $2,000 extra.
If you want to be really extra.
If you really want to be extra, but I think the white is fine. It has the Tesla,
we got the white,
right? Yeah. Minimalist look, and that's kind of what we're going for. Next is the wheels. You can either get the 19-inch Gemini wheels, or you can splurge a little bit for $2,000 and get the 20-inch induction wheels. I guess
we almost got those.
But we live in the middle of the country with gravel, and from all reports, these induction wheels will scuff. So they do protrude a little bit from the tire. So if you're going around turns, yes, they would get bruised up. And we don't live in a place with nice enough roads to do that. So we just opted for the 19-inch Gemini wheels because they'll probably work for us. Up next, you can add a tow hitch if you know you're going to be towing.
Or if you're trying to I guess we thought about getting it for a bike rack.
Mm-hmm.
You can put the bike rack on. I mean, if you're gonna put a bike rack on the back of your car, you would need a hitch. Otherwise, you can do the rims on top of your car.
Right.
I don't know if we really looked into this a whole lot, but I've seen Teslas carrying bikes on top of the car. I've never seen them carrying it on the back.
Right.
This is something we'll have to look more into because I think it's something we would be interested in eventually.
And partly maybe because of the trunk is kind of like a hatchback.
Yeah.
So it opens up real high. So maybe that's why. But Tesla does sell a hitch, a bike rack if you want one. Also, this car can tow up to 3,500 pounds. So you can tow like
one of those small little campers.
Yeah, I can tow like a camper, right? So it's pretty powerful. Up next is the interior. You can either go for the all black, or for $1,000 extra, you can choose the black and white interior. Um, we went for the black, because we just weren't sure that we'll be able to maintain the white.
And I thought, I mean, I personally thought it looked more just like cohesive because it's like all black. If, go back to the white, if like everything inside was white, then I probably would have leaned more towards that because that would have been really cool. But it's kind of more black and white. So,
Right. But apparently from more reports, the leather seats are really, really good with cleaning. They really don't get that scuffed for what you would imagine. So it's up to you. We just went for
the white is cool.
yeah, we just went for the black seat. Um, and then for the seating layout, this is a unique aspect of the Tesla Model Y because it has the ability for you to get 7 seats. So you have 2 in front, 3 at the back, and an additional 2 seats at the back. For more reports, it's really, really tiny.
In that back seat.
Yeah, in that back seat. I mean, you can fit a regular size person, but they will not be super comfortable. So it's probably perfect for like kids on the car seat. Um, but that's a good option for families who have, 3 or 4 children, who are looking for a little bit more space. You can add that on, for an extra, I believe, $2,000, for that, $3,000 for that configuration. But for most people, the 5 seater will be plenty. But just if you're interested in it, the option is available. Um, and then this is very well debated all over the internet, whether or not to get the full self-driving capacity on the car. It is debated because a few years ago, the self-driving capacity only cost $8,000, and the projections are it will keep increasing. The pro of getting the self-driving capacity is that it's pretty much self-driving. It's not available yet in most places, but it will be. At least that's what Elon promises. For $10,000, you get it for life. Recently, they just came up with a subscription model for $299 a month, or is it $199 a month? I forget. But we did not get it. We plan to test out the subscription model and see if we like it. And then you can always add it on for 10 grand. I guess the beauty of Tesla is you not even have to take it in. It's just a software update, on your car. So, the jury is still out on if it's important, if you need it, but it's one of those things. I would personally wait. Okay. In addition to all that, Tesla also charges a non-refundable $250 fee. When we ordered it earlier this summer, it was $100. So you can tell the prices are going up significantly based on their supply chain issues. And in addition, if you are like, I can't wait for a brand new car, you can go in the aftermarket and buy a used one. Tesla actually has a marketplace for used Teslas where they do provide some kind of, I wouldn't call it insurance, but manufacturer warranty that the car is in good shape. Each car is a little bit different, so you have to like go in and dig to see what the warranty covers. But on the Tesla's website, there is a whole bunch of cars around. It truly depends on where in the country you're looking at. We looked, and by us in the Midwest, there's really nothing on the Tesla website. Whereas you can look on some third-party website like Carvana and Vroom, and you can find some. But like the one I looked at, the going price of a used car was like more than by $10,000 the price of a new one. So it just kind of doesn't make any sense at that point, and just wait it out. But that kind of concludes the entire process of purchasing a new car.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing that we kind of, I guess, looked into beforehand, before actually like physically having this car, is insurance. So we called our insurance guy in the area, and he was very much like, I have no idea. I've never dealt with any cars like this. So that was kind of interesting, but really all he needed was our VIN number. And we got our VIN number about a week before we got the notification that our Tesla was ready. So we just gave him that VIN number, and he was able then to look it up and to tell us what it would cost. And if you're going with companies like Progressive, right? We're doing Progressive,
Right.
But what's the other one?
I think Geico, I want to say.
Geico, the little lizard guy. Those like look at the value of the car, but they also look at the safety of the car. So it actually, if you're going with a company like that, like we are, it was quite cheap. It was cheaper. It was much cheaper than we thought.
Right, right.
I don't even remember how much it is.
And it's like I think for us, it's like around $60 a month, which is not a lot for a car that's that expensive.
But it's just a really safe car. Apparently they're like roll proof.
Right, it's very hard to roll them over because of the low center of gravity or something. But it's really important, if you don't use one of those providers, to shop around and see what's out there. But again, this doesn't account for your particular scenario. Like if you're 19 years old, yeah, for sure they're going to charge you a couple $100. If you have history, there are a gazillion factors, but this is just what affects.
I guess we're over 25. We are 25. We're not over 25. And we have a good driving record.
Right.
Too,
so one of those things that plays into it. And it wasn't that bad. I expected it to be a couple $100 a month, but it wasn't.
It was different for the first 6 months, right?
Right. What?
It's different for the first 6 months?
No, it's just the same price, but you pay in 6 month increments,
Oh, yeah.
So, and then finally, we'll just talk about picking up the car. So when you get your VIN number, there is a gazillion factors, as you can imagine. These cars apparently are made by order, so there is no car sitting there, except of course in the case of a cancel. But most of these cars are made by order, so when you pay or when you put in your deposit, they start to make your car. So the day that it actually gets there is kind of variable. But once you get your VIN number, for sure, that's when you're in the running.
Yeah.
So they would message you to figure out your payment, and then if you finance it or you list it or you're paying cash, you arrange all of that, and then they would contact you with a day and schedule times for it.
I guess for us, they sent us a text message and were like, schedule your time for pickup, and then they gave us 3 options of a day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday options that we could go pick it up. And we are, I think we mentioned this in our last video, but we are right now in northern Minnesota, and the closest place to pick one up was in Minneapolis, which is like a 4-hour drive. So depending on where you live, you may have to drive a ways.
Right, and in some bigger cities, I'm sure they have delivery services too, but not but it's not available out here. So we're just going to go to a regional airport, which we will document because I've never been in one of those tiny airports before, and then hop on I don't know if to be a private jet or something across the pond to Minneapolis. It's probably like an hour flight maximum. But that is pretty much the entire process of ordering, the insurance process, which we're kind of iffy about, and then the pickup process. So we're really excited to pick it up and take you on the journey of kind of how it goes.
4 days?
Yeah, plus or minus. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching our channel. Really excited to take you on the journey, and have a good day.